What's up, YouTube? So I got a few requests that I should start speaking on my detailing videos. So this is a Hyundai Santa Fe, and it's pretty bad. So this should be a challenge today. You can see the cup holder, got a lot of stuff in it, crumb, change. Floor is pretty covered with crumb, sand, and other debris. I'm just doing my usual, going over it, give you guys a before. Got a stain right here. Trunk, it's pretty bad also. Even around the jam. This seat is not that bad. Passenger front. Dash is pretty okay. See all that debris on the floor. Front seat have some stains. Try to get those out. Usually I start by vacuuming all that loose dirt up. After I vacuum, then I clean dash, steering, radio console. After that I head to the seats, and once I'm done all that, then whatever fell on the floor, I'll just give a quick once over with the vacuum again. Now anything of value, I go over the car, put it in a plastic bag. I'm going to leave that in the trunk. Now I could go ahead with my vacuuming. I'm just going to vacuum the seat, spray it down a little bit, and just kind of agitate it. And I'll just keep repeating this process until I get the stains out. So after I use my APC to clean it as best as I could, whatever is left back, I'm going to use my steamer. And you see I have my microfiber towel. And you always want to start the steamer outside the car. It has a lot of water that drips out, so you just want to get rid of that. Now we're good. Now I could come inside the car. Get my rag. What? You could see all the grime that was in here is gone. Just gotta let the seat dry. And this is not a deep cleaning job, but I'm just trying to hook the customer up with some stains they had a hard time with. Now I clean the dash and the steering wheel. Spray some on my brush. And this is not going to hurt anything. It's not going to get in there and make the button stop working. It's perfectly fine. And I try to focus more on the areas that the hands touch. So I try to clean like this area. I put a little more focus on areas like right here. Now I get some more on the brush. And I try not to, unless it's the door, I try not to spray it directly on the surface. So I always put it on the brush first. And this cleaner is safe on pretty much all interior. So vinyl, plastic, fabric. And on the doors, I spray it directly on the door, but I avoid the speaker area. So areas like here, give it a shake, spray, grab my brush, and I just agitate it. Let it sit for a little bit, not that long, but just let it sit for a little bit, and then I wipe it off. You don't want to spray it directly on the controls, but you could put it on your brush and just kind of brush it in. Focus more on all the areas that, you know, the hands touch. And it dries clear, so whenever you use products like this, if you see a little bit of foam in there, you just want to get as much out as you can. The rest is actually gonna end up drying. It leaves no residue. Now I'm putting on some P&S brake buster. I love this stuff. This stuff is like the best. Works on all wheels. And it's a non-acid wheel cleaner, so you don't have to worry about it damaging your rims, your wheels. If you get on your paint, that's fine. I wash my wheels first, and then I wash the paint afterwards. Now once I spray the wheel down, give it a couple of minutes. I have my, it's just a bucket with a little water in it, and then I just scrub the tire down. You see all that browning? That's all the oil from previous tire dressing, the dirt, brake dust. That's what that's breaking down. See the brush, all dirty. Get my studs. Use a brush for that. I just try to get these like hard to reach areas. And you want to use a pretty, like a medium bristle brush for this. And I go in with my other cleaner. Try to get further in, get inside the barrel. And what I do, I get in the vehicle after I do all four wheels, I move it forward, so this area I'm not able to get in there. So by moving it forward, I get it down to the bottom and I'll be able to clean it. And the bottom part of the tire, it'll rotate around up to the top, and I'll be able to clean that also. Now this is a very soft bristle brush. I use this for the wheel itself, the rim. And now as I rinse it down, you're gonna see all the dirty water that's coming off of it. wheel is nice and clean. Now all I got to do is move the vehicle forward so I could get the areas that I'm unable to get because of the brake caliper, and then it's time to wash. Get some nice foam going. And I'm using an MJJC foam cannon. Love this foam cannon. Give you a nice thick foam. And I get all up in the wheel well. Got my bucket. It's a clay bar, synthetic clay bar. I'm not going to use this today, but got my bucket with my soap, and I start from top down. And no circles, just straight back and forth or side to side. Get one section. Get my other mitt. And if the car was very dirty, I would actually use my pressure washer to wash these off before I put them back in the bucket. But this car didn't really have a lot of grime on it, so I'm just gonna go from bucket to car. Now I go on the other side, do the same thing. Now I got the top. Now I could come down to the top half. When I wash cars, I do it in sections. So I do the top, then I go down to the top half of the car, which is pretty much from the roof to the windows, like right by the window. That's my second stage. And if the windshields could flip up, I'll do that, but these don't, so I'll leave them down. I'll just pick them up and get under there, but yeah, I could actually do it with one hand. Now I come back, I rinse in my bucket, and I do the other side. And again, halfway down. Now the rinse. Now I do the hood. And sorry for the shaky camera. Usually I just do clips of this and edit, but this time I figure I'll hold the camera while I'm speaking. Another dip. Now I could do the doors, and this would be my second half. And when I do the doors from the windows down, I stop around here. I go around the whole car, stop right here, and then at the bottom I do that last. I don't want to do the entire door, get to the bottom, and then go back up top to the paint. I'm moving the dirt from here, bringing it back up. You scratch the car like that. So that's why I do it in sections. So like the fender, I would do from the hood down. And then I leave the bottom section for last. Filler neck area. Now I give her a rinse. You don't want to hit this directly. I try not to hit the gas cap directly with water. I just let the mist get in there and clean it. But I don't want to aim it on it and hit it. So I just rinse like so. Wheel arches. And it's the same concept, rinsing it as washing it. You want to rinse from top down. So now the car is nice and clean, still wet. I apply a liquid wax to it, a synthetic wax, and that wax could be applied to wet paint or dry paint. I like the paint to be a little bit dry, not too wet, because I notice when I apply it directly after I wash to a wet paint, 2 sprays per panel, and I dry, by the time I get to my second panel, the drying towel is so wet that it doesn't apply the wax properly. And then I noticed when I did some testing, one side would bead water perfectly and the other side would not. So I like to have the car just a little bit damp, and the way I get that is to use my leaf blower. And I use this for the cars actually. I also use it around the yard, but I mainly use it for the car. And I use this to just do that. That's it. Just blow some of the water off. So now this is perfect. Just a little bit damp, as you can see. So when I put my 2 sprays per panel, I could go around the whole car and not have to worry about changing the towel. So here I have my drying towel. Get my wax, shake it up. 1 spray, 2 sprays. Put that aside. And from here, I just continue drying the car while I'm spreading the wax. I'll flip my towel over. If it gets too wet, flip it over just to buff it off. So like that, I flip that over, buff this section off, and that's it. Go around the entire car doing the same thing. And the whole process is the same thing. I always start from top and work my way down to the bottom. So I figure I'll do a quick finishing. I gotta do some finishing touches on it, but I have the interior already dressed. You can see here, radio's clean. I just gotta dry the floor mats, put those back in the back. The stain that was on the seat, you can see it's gone. Well, most of it is gone. This is just water. The other stain that was here, that's gone. Now I do some dressing. And I'm using Chemical Guys VRP. I actually like their product. This is the finished product. And it got dark on me, so the sunlight would have really showed the true finishing effect. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.